Hello students, we are discussing a chapter called environmental issues. In the previous class we discussed the concept like one is pollution and pollutants, then the second one is effects of air pollution. Harmful effects depend on concentration of pollutants, duration of exposure, organism involved. Then the air pollution is caused by thermal power plants. Then the prevention of air pollution by electrostatic precipitator. Second one called as a scrubber. So this is the scrubber and this is the electrostatic precipitator. And also we discussed in the previous classes the controlling vehicular air pollution. So the catalytic converter is a vehicle emission control device that converts toxic pollutants in exhaust gas to less toxic pollutants by catalyzing a redox reaction. Okay, and also we discussed the use of or advantages of CNG. CNG burns most efficiently. It is a very little remain unburned. It cannot be siphoned. It cannot be adulterated, and it is cheaper than petrol and diesel. The difficulties of CNG is laying down pipelines to deliver CNG is very difficult. Non-assurance of uninterrupted supply. And also we studied in the previous class a new auto fuel policy, Euro 2nd norms. In this class, now we are going to discuss one type of environmental pollution called noise pollution. Noise pollution. Noise is unwanted sound which interferes with human communication, comfort, health, etc. Or it is also defined as undesirable high level of sound for hearing is called noise pollution. Then the harmful effects of noise pollution are: 1. Its psychological and physiological disorder in humans. The high sound level about 150 decibels or more many damage eardrums. The loud noise causes sleeplessness. The noise pollution increased the heartbeat rate. Lastly, the noise pollution altered the breathing pattern. Then the prevention of noise pollution. The first one is use of sound absorbent materials or by muffling noise in industries. Second, demarcation of horn-free zones around the hospital and schools area. Third, permissible sound levels of crackers. Lastly, timings after which loudspeakers cannot be played. Then last one is sources of noise pollution. Automobiles, trains and other means of road transportation, jet aeroplanes, workshops, loudspeaker, radios, musical bands, and other electric and electronic appliances causes are the sources of noise pollution. Noise pollution. So this is about the noise pollution, its harmful effects as well as prevention of noise pollution. Okay. Then next we are move on to the one more environmental pollution is water pollution. Water pollution. So water pollution. When it comes to the water pollution, the water pollution is defined as undesirable change in physical, chemical and biological of water is called water pollution. Is called water pollution. Second one is then in this water pollution we are going to study about the effects, sources and controlling measures of water pollution. What happened? The human beings nowadays uses the water bodies by disposing some different kinds of waste. We tend to believe that water can wash away everything, not taking recognize of the fact that the water bodies are our lifeline as well as that all other living organism. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಏನೇ ಒಂದು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ನ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ವಾಟರ್, ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟರ್, ರಿವರ್ ವಾಟರ್, ಇನ್ಯಾವುದೋ ವಾಟರ್ನ ಬಿಸಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಿಸಾಕಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ನ ನಾವು ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ನೀರೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ನೋವು. ಸೊ ಕೊಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಲ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್. ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಸಮೇತ ಪಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಲೈನ್. ಆ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಅದೇ ನಮಗೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಲೈನ್. ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಆ ವಾಟರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಕುಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಮ್ ಅಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಲೈಫ್ ಲೈನ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಲೇಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅದನ್ನು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ನ ಹಾಕಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ನ ಹಾಕಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನೋ, ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕೆಪ್ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವರಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಸಮ್ human kind activities, the ponds, lakes, rivers, streams, estuaries and oceans are become polluted in several parts of the world. So finally, realizing the importance of maintaining the cleanliness of water bodies, the government of India has passed the Water Prevention or Water Control of Pollution Act. Water Prevention Pollution Act in 1974 to safeguard of our water resources. So there is one topic is the domestic sewage and industrial effluents. So as we work with water in our homes, in the cities and towns, we wash everything into drains. We wondered where the sewage, we are not able to wonder where the sewage that comes out of our houses to go. What happens in villages? Is the sewage treated before being transported to the nearest river and mixed with it? We are not think about this. So ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸಿಟೀಸಲ್ಲಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಟೌನ್ಸಲ್ಲಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನಾವು ಏನು ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ನೀರೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಏನು ಸೀವೇಜ್ ಆಟ ಹೋಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಡೊಮೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಸೀವೇಜ್ ಆ ಡ್ರೈನ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟ್ಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಏನು ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಸೇರಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಏನು ಕಾಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೀವೇಜ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೀವೇಜ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಸೀವೇಜ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೀವೇಜ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ವಿ ಪಾಸ್ ದ sewage water directly into the river or any water bodies, first we are going to pass to the sewage water treatment plant. This plant able to treat or filter the some extent of sewage water or polluted water. Sewage or polluted water. So 100% ನಾವು ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು 60-70% ನಾವು ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬೆಟರ್ ದೆನ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ 60-70% ನಾವು ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸಚ್ ವಾಟರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪಾಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಎನಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್. ಇನ್ ದಟ್ sewage water treatment plant we are reduce or decrease the some extent of pollution. So, sewage is a domestic waste containing large amount of waste organic matter including fecal matter and microbes. A mere 0.1% impurities make domestic sewage unfit for human use. Domestic waste ನಲ್ಲಿ 0.1% ಏನಾದರೂ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ 0.1% ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡೊಮೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂತಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ಫಿಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಯೂಸ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Sewage contain dissolved salts like nitrate, phosphates, other nutrients and other toxic metal ions, organic compounds. The domestic sewage primarily contains biodegradable organic matter which readily decompose the bacteria and other microorganisms. The two type of organic matter, one is biodegradable, another called as a non-biodegradable. Biodegradable, these are decomposed by some bacteria and other microorganisms, but non-biodegradable organic matter will not able to decompose. That such type of organic matter is day by day gradually increases its concentration. It is very harmful when compared to the biodegradable organic matter. Then what the bacteria, other microorganisms are there, they multiply their number by using the a biodegradable organic matter as a substrates and utilize some of the components of the sewage. Okay. Then the amount of organic matter in water is estimated by BOD, biological oxygen demand. It is BOD defined as it is the amount of oxygen required for oxidizing all organic matter present in 1 liter of water by the aerobic microbes. So, here what happens in 1 liter of water, so amount of oxygen, how much amount of oxygen required to break down the organic matter by a aerobic bacteria or aerobic microorganism, that is called as a BOD. BOD, biological oxygen demand, is used as a measure of degree of water pollution and waste. Okay, then when the amount of waste is more, then the BOD value is also more. Thus the BOD values indicates the degree of water pollution. So if the water pollution is more, the BOD indicates more. If the BOD shows less, then the discharge of sewage water into river, the microorganisms involved in biodegradation of organic matter in the receiving water by consume a lot of oxygen. As a result, there is a sharp decline in dissolved oxygen downstream from the point of sewage discharge. This causes mortality of fish and other aquatic creatures. So this is the changes take place on discharge of sewage water into the river. This is the best example. So when the sewage water discharge into the river water, in the river water we are going to see the changes. What are the changes? Nothing but the biodegradation of organic matter in the water by consume lot of oxygen. Then there is a sharp decline in dissolved oxygen downstream from the point of discharge. This results the mortality, death rate of fishes and other aquatic animals due to the high BOD, biological oxygen demand. It is the first changes take place on discharge of sewage into the river. Then next, there is one more changes we are going to see called as algal blooms. Algal blooms. The presence of large amount of nutrients in water causes excessive growth of planktonic algae or free floating algae called algal blooms. Once again, the presence of large amount of nutrients in water causes excessive growth of planktonic or free floating algae called algal blooms. Algal blooms. So those algal blooms which impart a distinct color to water bodies. The algal blooms cause deterioration of the water quality and fish mortality. The algal blooms able to reduce or spoil the water quality and spoil the fish, causes the fish death of the fish. Some algal blooms are extremely toxic to human beings and animals. Algal blooms, water bodies, algal water bodies ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ರಿವರ್ ಪಾಂಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಆಲ್ಗಲ್ ಬ್ಲೂಮ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೋ ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ನ ಕಲರ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ವಾಟರ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಫಿಶಸ್ನ ಸಾಯಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಟಾಕ್ಸಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, you have seen the beautiful mauve colored flowers found on very appearingly shaped floating plants in water bodies. So these plants, which were introduced in India for their lovely flowers, have caused havoc by their excessive growth by causing blocks in our waterways. They grow faster than our ability to remove them. These plants are called as Eichhornia, or commonly called as a water hyacinth, the world's most problematic aquatic weed, nothing but the terror of Bengal we also called. So ಈ ನಾವೇನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಈ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂಥರ ಮೂವ್ ಕಲರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ, ಅಪಿಯರಿಂಗ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ, ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಾವು ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಹೈಸಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಕಾರ್ನಿಯಾ ಕ್ರಾಸಿಪಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಟೆರರ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ವೀಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ದೇ ಗ್ರೋ ಅಬಂಡೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಯೂಟ್ರೋಫಿಕ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ and lead to imbalance in the ecosystem dynamics of the water body. So ಇದನ್ನ ಟೆರರ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್, ಇದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ವೀಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವೀಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್, ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಇದು ಸಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತನ್ನ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ದ ಸೀವೇಜ್ associated some diseases. Sewage from the home and hospital contains pathogenic bacteria, undesirable pathogenic microorganisms. Okay, what does sewage and hospital waste discharge or disposal into water without proper treatment? They may cause the severe diseases like dysentery, amoebic dysentery, typhoid, jaundice, cholera, etc. Unlike the domestic sewage, the water from the industries like petroleum, paper manufacturing, metal extraction and processing, chemical manufacturing, etc. In these industries, what the chemicals are releases, often they contain toxic substances, especially heavy metals. The heavy metals, their density, why we call it heavy metal means their elements, the elements with density above 5 gram per 1 cubic millimeter. So such a amount of heavy metals are released by a petroleum industry, paper manufacturing industry, metal extraction and processing industry, chemical manufacturing industries. These industries produces the toxic chemicals like mercury, cadmium, copper, lead, etc. These are the variety of organic compound, variety of organic heavy metals causes the water pollution majorly. These heavy metals are very very toxic to the aquatic plants and animals. Okay, aquatic plants and animals. So this is about these are the changes. First changes we call as nothing but the degradation of organic matter. Okay, second called as algal bloom. Third is called as nothing but the sewage associated with the diseases. Fourth one called as toxic heavy materials. So these are the major changes we are going to see when the sewage or domestic waste or any water is polluted. These are the major changes take place on discharge of sewage into the river. So this is about the water pollution. In the next class, we are going to discuss the biomagnification. Second concept, eutrophication. Then a case study of integrated waste water treatment. Okay, water treatment. So these are the topics we are going to discuss in the next class. So once again I am going to recall in this class we are going to study one is the noise pollution, in that harmful effects of noise pollution and prevention of noise pollution as well as sources of noise pollution. Then next we are second concept we studied in this class, domestic sewage industrial effluents. Changes take place on discharge of sewage into the river like algal blooms, degradation, sewage associated with diseases, toxic heavy metals. So the algal blooms, repeatedly asking the question. Indane kelta hoggtane algal blooms. A rapid, luxurious and often unpredictable growth of algae on water surface is called algal blooms. Or one more definition is large amount of nutrients in water causes excessive growth of planktonic algae called as algal bloom. Okay, the terror of Bengal is Eichhornia crassipus, commonly called as a water hyacinth. It is a world's most problematic aquatic weed. Then BOD measures the amount of organic matter present in the water or measures the water pollution. Drinking water should have BOD less than 1. The typical BOD value for sewage runs between 200 to 400 milligram of oxygen per liter of water. This is a small information regarding the BOD. So the next class we are going to discuss a biomagnification. This biomagnification is based on non-biodegradable waste. Already I discussed the two type of waste. It is called as a biodegradable waste or called as a non-biodegradable waste. Biodegradable waste is decomposable with the help of bacteria and microorganisms. It is a harmless. Non-biodegradable is harmful, not decomposable by any type of the bacteria or other microorganisms. So in the next class we are going to discuss about the two important concepts in this chapter called as a biomagnification or called as a eutrophication. Thank you.